This is my 10-inch Craftsman model number 21400 bandsaw that I purchased this weekend. I got it at Sears, and it had a price of $209, and I had a military discount, which they took off another $44. And so it was just a fantastic price. It's 10 inches, which means that the cut between the blade and as far as you can go to the actual rail right here is about 10 inches. But for the things that I use it for, it's a great saw. I've looked at other saws. I guess more popular ones. They got the model called the Rikon, which is the exact same thing. They got a model, it's called Record, but I only think you can get that in Europe. But anyways, they sell for about $279 to $350. But they're the exact same saw. I did a lot of research on it, and the reviews all said that the Craftsman, pretty much is the same exact saw for almost half the price if you can get good deals and good specials. The good features it has about it: it has roller guides on both sides of the blades, and then it has a roller bearing on the back side of the blade, and that's basically when you're pushing the piece of wood in there, you just want it to touch the blade to keep it nice and straight. And these roller guides right there keep the blade from going side to side. On the bottom here, you got your little door, and this is cool. And you got 3 sets of roller bearings up there. It's the exact same thing that's on the top that I just got done showing you, as well as the bottom. They're real easy to adjust, so that's not too difficult. Blade tension, or not blade tension, but belt tension. I've looked at a couple of reviews, and coming from the factory, it's relatively loose. They were recommending it getting as tight as you can get it, which I did, so that's a good thing. It's got a little brush up there that, as this is spinning, it keeps the tires. There's little rubber tires on the aluminum wheels that the blade rides on. It keeps that clean. It's got good dust collection. There's the dust collection port for the aluminum wheels. They are balanced. You can see these little weights right there. That means that the wheel has been perfectly balanced, which is a good thing. The door latch assembly works really nice. The upper part, open it up here, it's got 2 door latches, and same thing, it's got an aluminum flywheel there, and if you look right there, you can see the weight, which means that it is a balanced wheel. Adjusting the blade tension is real easy. It's got this keyed knob right there. It's actually got a key on it, so it fits down right in that slot, and you adjust it to where you get it relatively tight. And you can YouTube some videos, and a lot of guys like to have it sound kind of like a pretty tight, maybe it's a G note or a D note, but if you tap on it, then you'll get a certain note, and that kind of gives you an idea of how tight to tighten it. What I really like about this thing is right here you can adjust the roller guides up and down to fit your work. So what you got is you got a little knob that tightens here, and then on the back you can rotate that knob and move the whole guide system up, or you move it down. And I think you can cut probably about 4.5 inches you know, maybe 5 inches. If you wanted to rip something, I doubt very seriously I'll ever be cutting something that big. Most of my stuff will be maybe 2 inches at most, which is going to be perfect for me. The table here is a cast iron table. You know, it's really nice. It's got a little scale on here. If you set it up right, you know, it's pretty accurate. The fence, you know, for the price you get, I mean, don't expect a, you know, just a great quality fence. What you got to do if you're really, you know, doing some like veneer work, cutting some real thin strips, you'll kind of get it set up. And then what I do is I'll take a tape measure from the fence to the end of the table on the front and the back. And then once I get that set up, I'll make sure that this fence here is at a 90-degree angle to the table, because when you tighten this down, you can tighten it down and the fence won't be at a 90 degrees. So there's a few things that you know, you want to check to make sure is correct before you start cutting your work. But for the price, again, I mean, a little bit of setting up is not a big deal. The miter fence here, you know, it's a little plastic, you know, miter fence. I guess if you're going to use a miter fence, that'd be, you know, okay. I probably won't ever use it, but it's there if I ever needed it. I do have the bandsaw screwed to the table. Comes with the base with 4 screw holes, so I got it screwed down there, and you know, it's nice and solid. You know, it's not going to move. It's got a 1/3 horsepower motor. For the size of this bandsaw, that's, you know, more than enough. It's got a 2-inch dust collection port right there, so when you're running it, you can hook up your shop vac, and it does a really good job of removing all the dust. This one right here, this is the blade tracking. Typically, once you set it, you don't really have to adjust that anymore, but basically what that blade tracking is going to do, it's going to pivot this wheel just out or in a little bit to keep that blade tracking right on the center of that wheel. So it's a great saw. Again, with the saw, you know, that's this inexpensive. You know, the blade is an all-purpose blade. It's a 6-tooth per inch. So if you're doing a cross cut, it works out just fine, no problems. But I'm doing a lot of ripping cuts to where I need a smooth surface, and this blade does not produce a smooth surface, no matter what the feed rate is. So I'm going to go up to a 14 tooth per inch blade, and that should take care of that. But I'll go ahead and turn it on. You can hear how quiet it is, yeah, which is just remarkable. You know, I'm sure you can hear me talking right now. So I'm real happy with the saw. Everything is pretty much, you know, made out of steel, cast iron. It's heavy. I think it weighs about 60 pounds. So it doesn't vibrate a lot. And I think it's, you know, it's a great addition, you know, to my shop. I got it bolted to the workbench along with my drill press right there, so it's not very big, and it's just been it's been great. I'm real excited about it. And once I get that new 14 tooth per inch blade, I think this thing is going to be one of my best purchases, especially for the money. And, you know, I want to make a shout out, or give a shout out to Sears for honoring the veterans. They gave, like I said, they gave me a it was a $44 discount. I think it was like 20%, which, you know, is awesome. So shout out to Sears for supporting the veterans. And there you go. If you're looking for a small benchtop bandsaw, again, this is a 10-inch model. I would highly recommend the Craftsman. Thank you. Bye.